Annas and Caiaphas, the high priests of the Sadducee sect, occupy a dark chapter in the narrative of the New Testament, their actions directly leading to the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. In a tumultuous time marked by political intrigue and religious strife, these two men wielded immense power within the Jewish community, but their legacy is forever tainted by betrayal and moral corruption. Imagine being at the center of religious authority, yet willing to sacrifice the innocent for personal and political gain. Annas, the former high priest, and Caiaphas, his son-in-law, embodied this tragic duality as they orchestrated a plot that would change history. Annas, appointed high priest by the Roman governor Quirinius, held significant influence long after his official removal from the position. His political savvy allowed him to manipulate the Sanhedrin, the Jewish ruling council, and maintain control over the religious landscape of Jerusalem. Meanwhile, Caiaphas, who succeeded him, was a central figure in the trial of Jesus, driven by fear of losing power and status. Together, they formed a formidable alliance that prioritized their interests over justice, leading to the condemnation of an innocent man. The trial of Jesus was a farce, a sham orchestrated by those who felt threatened by his teachings and the growing number of his followers. Annas and Caiaphas, fearing the unrest that might follow Jesus' growing influence, saw him as a direct threat to their authority. They convened under the cover of night, gathering false witnesses to fabricate charges against him. This desperation to protect their positions ultimately led them down a path of moral decay, forsaking the very principles they were supposed to uphold. As the trial unfolded, Caiaphas played a pivotal role in condemning Jesus, famously declaring that it was better for one man to die for the people than for the whole nation to perish. This cold calculation revealed the depths of their betrayal. In their eagerness to rid themselves of Jesus, they ignored the truth, choosing to manipulate the narrative to serve their ends. The weight of their decision, rooted in fear and ambition, would haunt them in ways they could never foresee. In the aftermath of Jesus' crucifixion, the consequences of their actions began to manifest. While they may have believed they had secured their power, the ripple effects of their betrayal led to widespread unrest and dissatisfaction among the Jewish people. The very authority they sought to maintain began to crumble as their moral failings became apparent. Their names, once synonymous with religious leadership, became emblematic of treachery and injustice. Tradition holds that both Annas and Caiaphas met grim fates, their ends reflecting the horrors of their choices. Annas, after years of manipulation and power struggles, faced exile, living out his days in obscurity, burdened by the weight of his betrayal. Caiaphas, who had once stood in the halls of power, ultimately suffered disgrace, his legacy forever tarnished by the role he played in condemning Jesus. Their lives serve as a cautionary tale, illustrating the dangers of allowing power to corrupt one's moral compass. The story of Annas and Caiaphas is a powerful reminder of the complexities of human nature, the struggle between ambition and integrity, and the consequences of moral compromise. Their choices highlight the importance of standing firm in one's beliefs, even in the face of overwhelming pressure. As we reflect on their legacy, we are invited to consider our own actions and the ethical dilemmas we encounter in our lives. In a world often driven by self-interest, the tale of these two high priests urges us to prioritize justice, compassion, and truth, reminding us that the choices we make define not only our legacies, but also the world around us. In the end, it is not merely about the power we hold, but the values we embody and how those values shape our destinies.